Hey y'all, so the first record I have is Malvolence by New Year's Day. I got this one along with the next one too at a Hot Topic in the Galleria in Houston, Texas whenever I was visiting there for the summer. And this was actually the first vinyl I had ever gotten. It came on a clear vinyl, which I didn't even know until I opened the package. And it came with this pretty cool poster of, well, that then lineup, because, you know, the lineup seems to change with that band, besides Ash Costello, the lead singer of this band, and one of the guitarists. I don't remember his name very much, and the vinyl should be coming up here in a second. And there's the lyric book, too, and some of the credits, also. And it opens at the top, which is pretty weird. I was kind of confused about that, so, yeah. Next one I got with that one was a Treyu's album, Long Live. This came after a hiatus that the band took, and I have to say, I was pretty pleased with this album very much. I really like the kind of metalcore sound that the band is going for, especially that kind of bare bones instrumentation with the guitars and the drums. I always enjoyed the vocals on it. The first song that really introduced me to this band was Do You Know Who You Are? And that's the fold out. I remember showing my grandparents, they were like, that's interesting. And it came on a red kind of blue splatter. It looks like black, but it's blue. Next up we have the Foo Fighters EP Saint Cecilia, which I found at a Guitar Center for only about like $14, so I was like, why not? And I kind of enjoy the Foos majority of their stuff. You already know my opinion on Concrete and Gold, and it came on standard black, which is fine because it fits the aesthetic of the record. Now we have Rob Zombie's album, The Electric Warlock, Acid Witch, Satanic Orgy, Celebration Dispenser. Sounds about right. But I got this for free because I bought the CD version at Target, and they had this kind of, you buy the CD, you get the vinyl for free, and I'm not going to show the insert to, or the gatefold, I should say, to this thing because it's a little explicit, and yeah, this video might be taken down if I show it. There's the vinyl. It comes on standard black, which is okay. I had a feeling it was going to be on black anyways, but they had a giveaway for Megadeth's album Dystopia 2. I wanted to get that one, but I already had the Best Buy edition, so. Next up we have Muse's album Black Holes and Revelations. As you can see from my Thought Contagion review, I'm not too big on that song, but this is probably my favorite Muse album. I like the electronics that they play around with on this album. There's the little slip that comes with it. It comes with the lyrics and a photo of the band. And then the vinyl itself, it just comes on standard black, which is pretty fun. Majority of my albums are going to be on black, so just be prepared. Next up, I got Opiate by Tool, and I got this thing for only about $7.99 at Barnes & Noble, so I could not pass that one up. It had some good songs like Hush, especially. I dig that track. And of course, it's going to be on standard black, but this was Tool's first EP, for anyone that didn't know, and it's pretty good. I'm afraid I might lose my voice if I scream this band's name out, but oh well. This is Slayer with their monumental third album, Rain and Blood, and a lot of people tend to call it one of the greatest, if not the greatest thrash metal album ever, in my opinion. But I can honestly see why. It's dark, and it's really, really heavy, and it's fast, too. It has hits such as Criminally Insane, Altar of Sacrifice, and of course, Raining Blood and Angel of Death, two standouts from Slayer's catalog. So, but anyways, Slayer might end up retiring at the end of the year, and it's sad, but I'll link you the video I did with my thoughts on that, so. You can't have a vinyl collection without adding some Beatles in there. Abbey Road is most likely my favorite Beatles album to date. I really enjoyed tracks such as Come Together, Here Comes the Sun, Maxwell's Silver Hammer, and also I Want You, She's So Heavy. It comes on standard black, which is fine. It came out in the late 60s, so it's a cool record. I really like the texture on this one, but this is Green Day's comeback from the commercial disappointment of the Uno Dos Tres trilogy with Revolution Radio. I feel like this is kind of going back to the kind of American Idiot and 21st Century Breakdown kind of feel, because it's a bit more political with tracks like Bang Bang and Revolution Radio, but it also has another song like Ordinary World and Still Breathing, which I really enjoy too, and Bouncing Off the Wall is pretty fun. And this album does come on standard black, and I really like the little CD thing in the middle. Next up is my personal favorite Metallica record, Ride the Lightning. Yes, it's not the Black Album or Master of Puppets. It's actually their second album, Ride the Lightning. I enjoy a lot of the stuff, especially on side A. Fight Fire with Fire, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Ride the Lightning, the title track. There's the lyric book and credits and also pictures of the band. And this thing, of course, comes on standard black. This is one of the reissues that the band did, but it still sounds pretty good. Next up is my personal favorite record of all time at the moment. Maybe something might come along and change that, but that's Bring Me the Horizons record, That's the Spirit. I feel like the one thing that makes me like it is just because the lyrical themes on this thing are something that I'm sure everyone can relate to. It's a loose concept record about depression, pretty much, and I just really like the aesthetic of the record. It kind of goes away from the metalcore roots that the band is known for and more into a alternative rock, maybe pop leaning album, but it still sounds pretty well done. And also this thing came with a free CD, so yeah, it's cool. Next up we have Deftones with their album Around the Fur. I really do enjoy this album. The first song I ever heard from this band was My Own Summer, Shove It, and I haven't stopped listening to them ever since. I don't have any CDs of theirs in my collection, which is sad because I really need to change it. And this band also kind of started out as a nu metal band, but started experimenting with their sound after this album. And if you haven't gotten a chance to listen to anything that this band has put out, definitely go check it out. Especially an album like White Pony and Gore, their latest album. Next up we have Mastodon with their album Crack the Sky, which is my personal favorite. Oblivion is probably one of my favorite songs from this group. I really dig the aesthetic of this thing. It kind of reminds me of maybe something from Russia, and the album is only like 7 tracks, but 2 of them go over 10 minutes, and it comes on standard black. But it's okay. I only got it for $14, so yeah. Next one I have is a personal favorite of mine, and that's Purple Rain by Prince and The Revolution. A lot of people just credit it as Prince, but that's okay. I really love seeing the movie whenever that comes on, and a lot of people say that picture discs don't always have the best quality in its sound whenever you put it on the vinyl player, but this one actually sounds pretty good. But hang on here in a second, I'll show you what the disc looks like up close and personal. And yep, that's it. That's Purple Rain. Next up we have Bleached by Nirvana, which is the only CD I don't have of theirs, but the only vinyl I do have of Nirvana, which is kind of ironic at the same time. But anyways, this thing does come on standard black. That's pretty much what the little insert comes with. I think it came with a digital download, but I already downloaded the whole thing, so. But yep, there's the thing, and I like the little thing you put the disc into, so yeah, it's cool. Next up we have Matchbox 20 with their debut album Yourself or Someone Like You, which I also find to be their best work to date. I enjoy singles such as Real World, Push, and 3 AM, but songs also like Busted and Damn don't get as much recognition as those 2 tracks do. And there's the little slip, it comes with the lyric booklet, and the cool thing about this record is it came on a red pressing, so I kind of thought that it was Neato Skeeto and I had to pick it up. Why not? Next up, I have Paramore with their album After Laughter. This was definitely in my top 20 albums of 2017. This kind of went in more of a different direction, as it went for more kind of new wave and more a pop-leaning direction than the previous pop punks did. And the cool thing about this record is it comes on this kind of smoky, hazy vinyl, which I really do like. Next up, I have John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival with his album Centerfield. It's a little damaged in the binding, but I only got it for $1 at Goodwill, and it still sounds fine. It still plays very good. But I really do enjoy this album. I enjoy tracks such as The Old Man Down the Road, and also Centerfield, the title track on this thing. That's what the vinyl insert looks like. It comes on, of course, standard black vinyl, but that's okay because this thing is an original copy from the 80s, so of course. I know Christmas has passed, but I always enjoy listening to Kelly Clarkson's album Wrapped in Red whenever it does come to that time of season. And this thing never said that it was on a red vinyl. It just had, it was just in its wrapping pretty much. It didn't even have, featuring the singles and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'll show you what the vinyl looks like. It's on a transparent red. And transparent means you can pretty much just see through it like you can see me through it, so yeah. Next up, we have Testament with their debut album, The Legacy, from back in the 80s. And Testament is definitely one of the most underrated thrash bands to come out of the Bay Area. And this thing is pretty cool because it comes on this kind of green vinyl. There's the liner notes, and along with the lyrics too, and then you'll see the vinyl here in a second. And there it is. It comes on this cool green vinyl. Ooh. Next one I got is Pat Benatar with her album 7 the Hard Way, which I don't really understand the title to the record, but oh well, not the point. But anyways, I just know the song Invincible, which was in the top 10, but I don't know, I haven't really gotten a chance to spin it yet, but I'm looking forward to. Next up, I have In This Moment, again, with their album Ritual. If you didn't see my CD collection, it was in that, so definitely go check it out. And I'm a nerd for keeping the parental advisory stickers on my CDs or my vinyls. Call me weird for that, but I really like the kind of direction that the band are going for on this record. And also, this one comes on another colored vinyl. It comes on this kind of gold vinyl, which I kind of feel for the aesthetic of the record, so. Another vinyl from the CD collection, That's Actually Something to Tell You by Haim. Again, I really do enjoy this album very much. It's got some nice throwbacks from 70s pop rock. And it also has an extra track called Water's Running Dry, which is pretty cool. This thing came on a double LP, and this is the first double LP I have ever gotten in my collection, believe it or not. And it comes on standard black, which is fine. It fits the aesthetic of the sound and feel of this record, so it's cool. Had to get a vinyl for something for class, but ended up also buying 2 other vinyls for myself. This one, Bachman Turner Overdrive with their album Not Fragile. Got this one for $1 at Goodwill. And it has the hit You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. It comes on a cool gatefold. And of course, standard black, which is cool because it kind of fits the aesthetic of the record, and plus it's an oldie but a goodie. I also picked up Glenn Frey's album No Fun Allowed, no pun intended, ha ha ha. But he was a member of the Eagles who passed away sadly a few years back, but I haven't really gotten a chance to really listen to this album very much, but I plan on to. I know it's got a hit on it, The One I Love, which came back out in the 80s, and I'm kind of excited to spin this one. I know I have a lot of mixed feelings about Man of the Woods by Justin Timberlake, but man, I really like that cover a lot more than the original. And this is also a Target exclusive, in case you didn't know. That's the gatefold to it. I got the translucent orange vinyl, I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's it. And it comes with a poster in it, I'll let you see that. It comes with some photos and of course the credits, but Timberlake adds no lyrics to his lyric book whatsoever, so if you're looking for a Justin Timberlake album, don't expect any lyrics to be in the booklets. And then you will see, I will pull out one of the vinyls for you so you can see the translucent orange, and there it is. Isn't that so pretty? And please don't be frightened by this last one. This one is Childish Gambino's record, Awaken My Love. This is the last one he did with Glassnote, and now he's on RCA. But I'm kind of hoping he's not making a final record like he states he is, because I really do enjoy Childish Gambino. Redbone was definitely, in my opinion, the song of the summer. And I really like the artwork on this thing. Of course, it has no lyrics. And it's pressed on standard black, but that's fine because it's more of a throwback to kind of 70s R&B funk styling. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.